Not everybody is your friend, and that is okay. Not everybody is your friend. So stop thinking everybody is your friend, but nor are they your enemies. You are not a match to everyone you meet. Basically, everyone you meet isn't really a match to you as far as a friendship level. Like, everybody in our life has a different role in our life, and usually that role could be like, they could be a teacher to us, our parent, our cousin, our sister, or whatever. But everybody cannot play the role as a friend, and you can't assume that they are your friend as well, because friendships have a way different meaning than any other like relationship you have with people. Friendships are more like you take the relationship more serious than any other friendship or any other relationship. So in other relationships, you may just have your teacher, who you don't really share secrets to, but you only talk about school. And then you also have your coworkers who you just work with and do work with. You don't tell them your secrets and your personal issues. And then you have family members like your cousins or your aunties or your uncles or your grandmothers or whatever. I mean, you can't always tell them your secrets because it could turn into a whole lecture, or it could just be like they're just not the type of person you tell your secrets to. Like, they can't be your friend either. Like, not everyone is your friend, and also not everyone likes you. Like, I'm not saying like no one likes you, but like every person you meet may not actually like you in that way. They're not really that attracted to you to be a friend to you, or they may not actually like you, or they may find a flaw about you that they may not like. Half of your coworkers are probably in competition with you, and then you probably have family members that did some toxic shit, or they are just toxic, period. But like, not everybody will actually like you, but you just have to realize, like, it's okay that they don't, because majority of the time, if they don't like you, it's really just a reflection of themselves. Like, they probably don't even like themselves. They probably don't even like their job. They don't even like where they are at in life. And that's not your problem exactly. That's their problem. So you can't assume that everyone likes you, but that doesn't mean like you can't be friendly or you can't be nice. You can be nice and you can be friendly, but it will have to be like, there will be like a lot of boundaries set up. Like, we can't do this together, we can't do that together. You are just not the person I want to share secrets to. Like, you just have to know, like, when you're around people, you just have to see like how you can actually move with them. Does this person give off trustworthy vibes, or they give off snake vibes? Like, you have to just know the difference between those two. And some people would seem like they could be like trustworthy, but half the time they are not trustworthy. They are just as snakes as well. So you really just have to know the difference between the people you match with, and know the difference between if someone actually likes you, if they don't like you. Because most of the time people are probably just not that attracted to you as a friend. They don't really see you in that way. So you just have to know your place in people's lives, and you just have to know like where your relationship actually stands. Like, do they treat you as friendly material, or do they treat you like, peasant, servant material? Like, do they treat you like a servant? Or is there something that like y'all are exchanging? But you just have to know, like, are they really my friend? Like, do they really like me? You just have to pay attention to that. And you never really know who like secretly doesn't like you as well. It's really hard to tell if like, if your friend secretly hates you, and or someone secretly hates you. Majority of the time, to know like if someone secretly hates you is like how they treat you and how they talk to you. Do they have respect for you? Do they talk to you with respect? Or like, do they include you as like, a being? But like majority of the time, like people probably, you can't think that everyone would like you, because they probably don't. It's hard to tell like if they do or not. And if they do, like they would show you in a positive way. And then also like who they are behind your back, with other people that are not at your table, also show you who they are. And you could really tell if like there's a friend or you have that's like jealous or whatever of you, because they would say it right in front of you. You just have to pay attention, because the majority of people don't really pay attention to like their friends and stuff, and that's how like they end up getting played by their friend, or their friendship don't work out. It could be like a secret jealousy, or it could be just something that involves like, like they have a secret agenda towards you. And you never really know if people are using you in a way. Like some people only hit you up for certain things, like some things that they only want your money. They only want you to give them a ride. They want you to share your food with them. There's always something that you have that these people become users to you. Like, that's not your friend, because not everyone is your friend. So if you're giving more than you're receiving from them, and you're not really getting no type of like human connection with them, then they're probably using you in a way. Like, there's people out here that be using people, and you have to be aware of like if they're using you or not, because they could be. We get too distracted with our coworkers. Our coworkers seem like they trustworthy, but half the time they not always, but they can be. It just depends on the person, because your coworkers are people, so you never know how people are actually raised. So not that every coworker you have is not trustworthy, but your coworkers at some point will have to eventually like look at you in a different light, in a different way, because it could involve like throwing somebody under the bus at that point, So you can't really assume like your coworkers are your friends either, because they can switch up like any moment and any time, just like that. Set up boundaries with your coworkers, because they could get a little too far with wanting to know your personal business and getting to know you. And it's like, hold up, you crossing the line now, like calm down. So you can't assume all your coworkers are your friends, but not everybody could really be like that friend for you from work. But yeah, you have to know the difference between people who are your friend and who are not your friend. Usually those people who are your friend, it would feel like you have somebody by your side. It would literally make you feel like you have a friend. Those friends that only come around in certain seasons and certain times, it's probably best you just cut them off. Because like, not everybody is going to stay in your life. Some people eventually will need to get cut off. But let's talk about those coworkers or their friends, those people from school that we just don't really know if they are friends. You're just cool with people. You're not actually like their friend. You're just cool with them. And when you're cool with somebody, you just know somebody. You don't actually show that much loyalty to them. You only show like little pieces of kindness and friendliness to them, and you are interested in getting to know them, but you're not like, oh, that's my best friend, type of stuff. You're just cool with them. So you just have to know your place in people's lives. Like, are we cool with each other, or are we friends with each other, or are we enemies? Like, are they hating on me? Do they hate on me or something? Or are we just cool with each other? Or are you really my friend? Like, that's how you know the difference between who's your friend and who's not your friend. It's how they treat you. It's not really all about what they say to you. Oh yeah, we can link up in a couple weeks or a couple months or whenever I get the time, or you just never really link up, or like those friends that kind of just be flaky. You make plans with them and they just flake out. Like, you may attract those type of people, which are not really your friends either, because your friends actually want to show up 100%. They're committed to their friendship. They're not just there 20%. They actually show up. Like, when you call them, be like, hey, and they answer the phone. When you text them, they text back. You guys go on dates and actually go on dates. You trust them with your secrets because they don't tell anybody your secrets. And you are comfortable with venting to them because you feel like they actually listen to you. And you just feel like they are the ones to, like, basically vent to. Like, those are genuine friendships. Like, we're not venting to people that we only see 2 days a week for like 5 minutes, or we're not venting to people that like, who we only see at certain times of the day, whatever. They may not see you like a friend, they may see you like as a cousin, but other than that, like, you want to just know your place in people's lives so you don't end up looking confused. You don't be confused in where you stand with people, and be clear about, like, who you really talk to and who is really your friend, because majority of the time people are not even sure they want to be a friend to somebody. But yeah, those are just things to keep in mind when you are around people, that not everybody is your friend.
Bye bye.